Hi. Hello, everyone in Facebook land and out there on YouTube and whatnot. Um, phone. I don't have my phone. So I'm going to have a hard time sharing my show. It's right here. I got it. So I'm going to share the show. And can you shut off the laser, please? It's right on my face. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And so there we go. We have some interesting lighting. Always, it's fun. It's fun to have great lighting, and I love pretty colored lights and stuff like that. I'm a Libra, so we're all about the sparkly. And so I love sparkly stuff. And then this is something that I made, and I would make them for anyone who wanted to purchase one. It's a mirror at the top, and it's the sun, and then hanging from it are zodiac symbols. So I have all of the zodiac symbols. This one is Virgo, and then I've done some shells. These are some shells that I picked up on the beach this summer, and they're just gorgeous. And then I put a couple other doodads and stuff on it, but I am I'm doing these for sale, and so if anybody would like to have one, let me know. I got Taurus over here. My daughter's a Taurus, so I got the Taurus. Yeah. I'm still working on this one. I've made a couple of others, but this one I was gonna finish today, and so I thought I would share that with you guys and see how you like that. Oh darn, my the cat probably knocked off my my Aries. I had Aries on there too, and I think the cat knocked it off. So hey, Mare, you want one for Christmas? I got one too. I do flowers as well. Well, here's a couple of. Here's one with flowers. I made these so long ago that they're all dusty now. But yeah, there's a flower out of copper, and then also this lovely butterfly here that's got some things on it. So, but I made the butterfly. So there's the butterfly, and then I do have a dragonfly as well that I made. Oh, here we go. Here's the Aries. So got your little horns for the Aries. So, and I got lots of different flowers and stuff, and just all kinds of things like that. The zodiac one, cool. Yeah, well, maybe I'll just give you this one, Mare. The sun on this one is super neat. It is. I did it with. It's like 3-dimensional. I did like different colors of wire and stuff on the sunburst, and then I put that mirror. I'd like mounted it in there, and so it's really cool. Oh, here's my Sagittarius, but they must have got stuck on my sweater. There's the Sag. So it's not copper. It's some colored wire I had, and I was fiddling around with it, and it's different from the rest, but it's I can always make a different one. So anyway, making those, and it's fun. And I'm just gonna hang that right there just to get it on there. Okay, good. Then this is really neat. This is something else that I found on the beach, and then wrapped it in wire because it's what I've been doing lately. It's a bit therapeutic. Anyway, this is super keen, and it's a rock, but it looks like a fish on the rock. Whoop, this way. Looks like a fish there. So let's see, let's turn it a little bit. And you can see the fish in the rock. It's pretty cool. And so I just made a little wrap of it. And so then I can hang it on the zodiac symbol thing. So it'll have zodiac symbols, and it'll have like, things from the earth on it as well. So things on our planet. And I love the beach anyway. It's so fun and so, just peaceful and nice over there. I was hanging that there. Back with it. There we go. And then I have a lot of stuff like that, shells and things that I have been. Oh, can you see the kitty? Sure. She's sitting right here. Come here, baby. She's a very naughty little kitty, but she's like a little teddy bear, and she's just so sweet. She's just so sweet. I love her. But she's like a little teddy bear, and she's a good kitty. She's kind of naughty though. She got the paper towels down, and she was just ripping into them on the kitchen floor. She does the toilet paper the same way, and I don't know. She's just got a thing for it. So, oh, toasty, yeah, bitey toast. So, but yeah, she's a good little girl, and I love her, and she's been bringing joy to people everywhere. Well, here, she's been bringing joy to people here, so I love her. She's a good cat, and I'm looking forward to spending, quite a few years with her. So. And yeah, we rehomed the dog. It's sad. We rehomed the dog and got another cat, but we love her, and we're really, cat people anyway. I know, I know Dylan is for sure because he has like 6 of them, which is kind of crazy. But he was just doing. He's just kind. He's a kind person, and he didn't want to just put him out, So he's taking care of them. And that's the way he does. Okay, fun. I was going to share the show. I never did. You could share the show as well, Meredith, if you wanted to, with anyone and everyone, and let them know that you're watching. We are talking tonight. I wanted to talk about kink shaming. We, as a kink community, we kind of tend to think our kink is okay or better than someone else's, and it's just not. It's not fair to other people to put your ideals on them and expect them to have to live up to that, because really it doesn't really matter, as long as you're not involving animals or children. Pretty much I don't care. And so that's like my bottom line right there. And I just don't think that it's a good thing for people who maybe want to be more open, but they're afraid that someone's going to say, "Oh, how could you do that?" Or "Oh, why do you like that?" And so then they keep it to themselves when really they should be, communicating and exploring with other people of a like mind, So, and I'm sure, I'll admit, I like to have my toes sucked, and I'm not even going to be apologetic in any way about it. And so I'm sure a lot of people are freaked out by that, and they're like, "Ew, toes, no." But yeah, I kind of like it, and that's why I really dig feet guys with foot fetishes. So if you're a man with a foot fetish, I think you should call me. Few I gotta give the stink eye to. Well, what's the ones? Do you want to come on, Meredith? You want to come on and talk about kink shaming with me? Let's see. I'm gonna share my show. Well, I gotta get to the show. Hang on. I gotta find the show, and then I gotta share it. And I don't know if there's another way you can share it out, but that's kind of how I've been doing it. So then I can. Let's see. I get there here. Okay, and then I just gotta go down here, and there I am. And so it's funny. Skeleton Key Network, and I'm talking about kink shaming, but you know, we're for witches by witches, so doesn't matter what you want to do, as long as you're. Let's see, I'll send that. As long as you're not hurting anyone, that's the bottom line. Too shy, but how the ones I don't validate are usually uh, and other phrases that when sexual acts are involved, and furries. Yeah, no furries, no animals, no children, of course. I admit I kind of have a little, you know, issue with myself, just personally, with the guys who, like the ones who want to wear diapers and be changed and treated like a baby. And, I'm just not anybody's mommy dommy. I don't want to go there. And so I just don't. I've heard people talk of, well, isn't that just like a step from pedophilia? And I say, no, it's better. I mean, than that, because if they did have some sort of, you know, um, if they were drawn somehow to that scenario of, someone in diapers, and whatever, at least it's two adults. They're consenting to this behavior, and they are completely aware of what they're doing. In a situation where it was pedophilia, that would not be the case, and it would be horrid and terrible, and a theft of someone's innocence, and I would find that abhorrent and awful. And I think that if it drives that behavior away from something that's harmful, I say go for it. Get your kink on with another consenting adult, and then you're not damaging someone for life. Over something that is really not worth it, not at all. And so that's my best advice to everyone. If you find that you are having strange thoughts, look into groups like there's a lot of groups on FET, which is uh oh yeah, daddy dom little girl gives me the creeps. Yeah, kind of borderline fantasizing children and just being kinky. Well, yeah, and I think the whole daddy thing, is somewhat, is it incestuous, whatever. It really doesn't matter. And I have done scenes with subs or people, that wanted that. We did a scene. It was, stepdaddy and daughter, but it wasn't. It was just pretend. And so yes, it was kind of a creepy fantasy, but it was a fantasy, and I fulfilled it because it was something that I thought needed to be done. I think if you indulge these fantasies in a healthy fashion, then they don't have to become unhealthy. And as long as you are, with another consenting adult and everybody's cool with it, go for it, do it, because at least then no one is harmed in the making of this kink, because that's kind of the way I feel about all of it, is that you really have to take into consideration that people are on the receiving end of this stuff, and if you're giving a flogging, or if you're doing wax play, for Pete's sakes, you could burn somebody and hurt them pretty bad. So you really have to be cautious. You have to be mindful of what you're doing. Try it on yourself first. If it's something that could potentially be, in injury causing, like burns with the wax play, then you definitely want to try it on yourself, and then see how far away you should be with the candle and stuff before you are actually doing it to another person. Sort of like in chiropractic college, when we had to work on each other, so we could learn how to do it, and then they set us loose on the public. Baby's wanting to go, so I'm gonna let her go. I don't like to hold struggling kitties. That is not one of my fantasies. I'm not, yeah, and not my fantasy to hold on to struggling cats. Oh yeah. But the whole yeah, daddy dom thing, it's and I admit I kind of have a daddy thing, but I don't really, do anything about it much. But sometimes you might be, in certain situations, someone might hear me say, "Oh, daddy." Oh, Lord. And, little hand spankings, not so bad. Actually, I indulged that fantasy with the whole headmaster, naughty schoolgirl thing. So that was good. We had fun with that. So yeah, the headmaster had to give me a hand spanking though, because I don't care for rulers. And so that was interesting. And I won't reveal the identity of the headmaster. Fun stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there, and you just can hardly. There's so many kinks, it's not even funny. And okay, I still did not get to share this. Let's just share it in the news feed. Come join me. There we go. And I'll share that now. And then I'll share and I'll send it to no, I'll send it to Messenger. I tried doing this earlier and all it did was, so I'm wondering if, I don't know, I got some goofy reception on my internet. So hopefully we're gonna, the show's going out there all right. So wanting that daddy authority, yeah, people take it too far and legitimately act like children. Well, yes, they do. Sometimes they'll wear diapers and have a bottle and a passy and the whole thing. Um, uh, yeah, and that's consenting, and then it's not for everybody. And that's why there's so many things out there that you can do. Something I haven't tried, well, not really, is food play. I'd like to, set somebody out. I have a big stainless steel table, and I'd like to put them out there, and then just like, how at a party you can put like party food on somebody. I'd like to do that. That would be fun. Like, make a buffet of them. Is that sick? I mean, I just, I like food, and it sounded fun. So, and there's always like the whipped cream strawberries, Yeah, like with sushi. Uh-huh. Put, like naked body sushi out there. That'd be so great. And so I wanted to try that sometime. Haven't yet. Food play sounded fun. And and you can do all kinds of stuff with food. You could just get out whipped cream and and just dress them with whipped cream. It'd be fun. And then you can just lick it off or get a spoon. So anyhow, fun. And speaking of Christmas, Meredith Hoggard, when are you gonna be home again? I won't post that in the comments. I mean, you can post it in the comments, but I won't put it on the screen. So, uh, yeah. Oh, people on social media make videos for Food Kink. Yeah. Yes, and there's also a kink called Wet and Messy, WAM, and they do things like a pie in the face, or they'll get all wet with all their clothes on, and they basically, yeah, it's like wet and messy. They like, pies or, anything that's like this kind of wet and messy. And that's their kink, and they like it, and they want to roll around in it and stuff. And it actually, I think, is somehow, erotic to them. So it's interesting. One of those things I go, okay. I just I don't always I don't claim to understand everyone's kink, you know. I don't claim to you know, really, you know, want to do all of the things that you know you could. Some of them I'm just like, oh no. But then there's a lot that I go, well, yeah, maybe I might try that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Well then, Christmas it is. And so we'll just make plans for that. And I will see you then because obviously I'll have a gift for you. I'll have it done then. Um, Around 8, still need to play with Dad and Ian's parents with me. Okay. Um, yeah, maybe. Maybe that would be all right. And then maybe on your way out of town, you could stop again and say hi because it's been way too long. Um, you know, it's my daughter goes to school in another city, and we don't see each other as often as I would like, and so it's been tough. It's I miss her a lot, and so but we get to chat on podcasts now and then. So okay, I'm checking out. The profile's name is Come in My Face 5. Come in My Face 5. So there must be a 1 through 4, I'm thinking, maybe. Oh, Lordy. So, anyways, I'm going to check on that profile and see what is up with that person. Because, you know, you. You just here's fetishes. You also call kink fetishes. There's different fetishes, and I know people call other things fetishes. You know, like little things like that you would carry around in your pocket or something. You know. Anyway, oh my gosh, there's just so much. Um, analingus. That is that always reminds me of that song uh, WAP, you know. And if you lick my ass, you're a bottom feeder. Oh Lordy. So anyway, hey, my sub Sparky is trying to say hey, and hey Sparky. Um, uh, and then I'm gonna ask him what's up and a question mark. So anyway, uh, that's good. I had been wanting to find him anyway. Um, oh, another thing that people find exciting, I think, is ball busting and CBT. Oh, I know a lot of guys like CBT, and because I've done CBT, and you know I've stepped on. Well, I didn't really step on their balls. I stepped on their scrotum, but still, I mean, that's you know pretty close to the balls. Oh, that's nice, Meredith. I'm glad that you did come and check out the podcast, and I love you. And be you know be good in school and be good to you know the people around you and enjoy your evening. And I love you. Alrighty, and I'll talk to you again soon. And so then, yeah, you got a lot of stuff. Androgyny. This is something I loved. Androgyny. I still do, and that's why I love trannies, transvestites. They fascinate me. And I was gonna have a drag queen on this evening to do makeup and tips and stuff, and just kind of give you a little insight into the scene of you know what it's like to dress as a woman. I mean, like really dress as a woman. Um, when when this person, I will leave them unnamed for right now, but when they dress, they are a sexy, sexy hot woman, and I know a lot of people don't know, you know, that this person is, you know, not really a woman because they look every bit a woman and just beautiful. And well, you know, really cute as a boy too. And that's like my Desiree is. Beautiful, beautiful girl, but also a very handsome man. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And I love when, when he dresses up, and it is so fun. And it's like playing dress up, kind of, when we're talking about, when you're doing, like role play like that, it is like playing dress up, like when you were a kid, and you said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna be the stewardess, and you be the passenger, and I'm gonna serve you some food and stuff." Okay. uh, that or I'm gonna be the mom, and you're gonna be the kid, and we're gonna go shopping at the store. And it's kind of the same deal. I mean, really, it's role play. I mean, uh, it's so funny because I said, well, what we do is he dresses up, and then we pretend we're lesbians together. I like it. Frank sauerkraut. There we go. Little plug for Frank sauerkraut. Good stuff. I like it. I like the caraway seeds sauerkraut the best. It's good. All right. Well, for some reason, it is. Wait a minute. It is not showing up on the ding dang deal. What's that? Oh, I see. Okay. No, that's not it. It's fun. I'm not real super technologically inclined. And so but I do try to let's see, more options. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can copy that. Okay, so copy. I'm doing that. And then I can go anywhere I like and share it. So, well, no, not going to the Dropbox. I'm going to go to Messenger, and I'm going to share out the show. So, let's see. I will go to here. There's something going on with my stupid Messenger. Honestly, I don't even know. Um, I try to, do stuff on it, and then it just doesn't want to. Messenger's just, it's dead to me. Messenger is dead to me. I'll just go to Snapchat and send it there. Um, there we go. I will Snapchat it. I think I can do a story. Um, I could probably do this and do a story here. Oh, new one. New chat. New chat. And I'm going to, well, that's not really it either. I think I can do that. No, that. Okay, I getting it. Now I'm going to Snapchat. Ready? And then I think I can put some text in here. And I want to put that in. And then I'll put that there. And then I'm going to do that again and say, come join me. No, I better spell it right. Join me. Okay, then I'll do this, and I will hit story. And I put it on my Snapchat story. There we go. And so that's good. I got something out there at least. And so people will see I am indeed here. So, but the kink, I was going to go and check out some of the more, yeah. Oh, uh, blood play is another thing. I don't do it. I I do have a vial of Dylan's blood, but it's not really like that. He's actually he bleeds all the time because he's diabetic. So he's always he'll just catch a little and no biggie. But that's as far as I go with that. And then there's bondage, of course. Um, you know, bondage is great. I love rope bondage more than I do like restraint type bondage. Um, I'm not really super into like a lot of straps and stuff. Although I do like the straight jacket, not to wear myself, but for other people, it's pretty awesome. As long as they don't mind, as long as they're consenting adults. And then let's see. Oh, my favorite, cock and ball torture, CBT. It's awesome. It is a great kink. And what surprised me is that someone, a man who owns, that equipment, asked me to do it, and I was like, "Really? Okay." And so, yeah, he showed me a tie where it went around his neck, then it went down, and it went around his dick. I'll just say it, and then when he lifted his head, it lifted it up, and then you could get a really clear swat right on the balls. It was good. I know I felt better afterwards. And I thought, how kind of someone to allow me to do that. Um, and he was just like, not afraid to take a little smack to the balls. And I thought, well, that's pretty manly of him to do that. Uh, and so anybody who thinks that my subs are somehow sissies or pussies, or just because they serve me or are subservient to me, that they are somehow unmasculine, and that is just not true. Not true at all. Some of the really best subs are very masculine men. And I don't emasculate them. I just I just kind of keep it in check. I match their masculine behavior. So that's basically what it is I'm either more masculine than they are, or I match it. And then they kind of it just changes their attitude, I think, when they meet a woman who is really just as assertive and you know as much of a go-getter as they are. So, but anyway, um, CBT. Um, Funny story. I had a sub called, his name was, well, I called him Pool Boy. Pool Boy was a great sub. He was fun, and he was only 19, a college athlete, first year in college. He came down and from where he lived, and he before he came, I had started talking to him online, and I asked him one day, I said, well, what is it that you're looking to experience? And he sent me a video of a man tightly bound to a table, gag, blindfold, and he was getting it anally from a machine. And then he had a vibrator they had taped to his dick. And so they were calling it milking, of course, and prostate milking. And so that was what he was looking to experience. And before he quit as my sub, I did make sure that he got that experience. And it was a bit different. It was, of course, had my spin on it. So, but it was pretty much what he asked for. And it was just funny and fun. And, you know, probably the culmination of our relationship. But anyway, it never ceases to amaze me what people will ask me for at times. And so anyway, um, the whole prostate milking, that is something that is like a kink in itself, kind of. And it's not just a kink. It's sort of like cupping. Cupping is where you take a glass cup, run a flame around the inside, and then when you put it on the person, it draws the skin into the cup, And so it's designed, it's, thought that it will alleviate the body of toxins. And so that's where it really came from. The same is true with that. It's sort of like a medical procedure that's gone kinky. So, and sort of sounding is kind of another thing like that. But prostate milking, the doctor checks the prostate through the, rectum, and then he can tell if it's, enlarged, or if it's, tender, whatever. And so, you can access it that way. And so I do. But yeah, it's something they've been doing it since Roman times, the prostate milking, and it's good for you in a way that it gets, like, the fluids moving and stuff through there. And so if you have benign prostate hypertrophy, or BPH, it might be a procedure you'd want to consider, because it, I think, will help to decrease the size of the prostate to what would be more normal, and in some cases, not all. And I kind of put a disclaimer out there. This is in theory. I can't prove it. Has it worked? On a case by case basis? Yes. And so I'll just say that, and I would recommend maybe having professionals, help you a little bit. So anyway, what are you doing, Bob? Bob's got a bed over here. He's he kicked the dog out of it before she left, so he was laying in her bed before she left. So I just said, well, it's Bob's bed now, and I put it over here under the chair by the fire, and he digs it. He lays there whenever. And so so cupping, then you do that to draw out toxins, but it's also something that people do as a kink, and it's kind of fun, and it's kind of dramatic, because you use these, flaming wand to get these cups hot. You get the inside hot, warm, and then it creates a vacuum after you put it on the person. You just have to be careful it's not too hot when you put it on them, and there's no actual flame. My friend does it where he puts just a tiny bit of the alcohol in the cup, and then starts that on fire, and then swirls it around a little bit, and then and when you put it on them, it puts it out, the flame, that, or he'll blow it out sometimes, and then just right on them. But you just have to be careful, as with anything. And then there's sounding, which is sort of medical procedure like. And it's where you take stainless steel rods that, I have a whole kit of them of different sizes, and you insert them into the urethra of the male. And well, you can do it on females too, but they have different rods. They're not straight. They have a little curve. So you can do the sounding. It's like having a catheter, really. You're just putting something in the urethra, but then you put the rod in, and then you put a vibrator on it. And so that vibration then is translated down in. And it's pretty intense from what I understand. Never done it myself, but it's interesting. And I do it because I'm a trained professional, and it's something that I don't mind doing, and it's kind of it's something that a lot of people haven't explored. So yeah, I don't mind doing that one. And then there's chastity. Chastity. Cages, and I prefer, I don't wear a chastity cage, but when I tell my subs to get a chastity cage, I will tell them to get a metal cage. I like metal cages. Sparky went out and got a metal cage with a urethra insertion, meaning that you put the cage on, you insert this into the urethra, it's hollow, and then it screws into a slot on the cage itself. And so basically you're going around with this cage on, and a a tube in your urethra to that you get to pee through. And it's interesting. I didn't tell him he needed the insertion, but he just thought that sounded fun, I guess. And I don't think it was really that much fun because he gave me the cage. He tried it for a bit and then just gave it to me. I think it was not fitting properly. It was like falling off or something. Because let me tell you, the way these things fit, if you if your you know stuff falls out and it's just hanging there by your balls, it's not going to feel no, it's not going to feel good at all. And if you've made the mistake of having a key holder and they have the only key, good luck with that. So then there's discipline. I'm not so much a pain and punishment dom. I'm more of a tease and denial dom. Oh, you get to looky no touchy. My favorite game. And so, yeah, there's the face sitting. Face sitting is a great pastime. I read a story about a lady who face sat and through an entire movie, and the guy was just like couldn't hardly breathe, and he was just dying, but he suffered for 2 hours through a movie. I'm like, oh dear, he was very committed to being a good sub, wasn't he? Oh golly. So anyway, then there's feathers and feet, and there's fishnets, which like fishnets and things like that. I think like kinky stuff like lingerie, that's like a fetish in itself, And then oh, anal hooks. I'm not a fan. I don't like the anal hooks. I mean, I'm not shaming anybody for using anal hooks. I just think it looks so brutal that I just am not interested in going there. I don't know. I suppose if somebody brought them to me and said, "Oh, please, please," I might, but it's just not somewhere I'm gonna like seek to go. And so then there's humiliation. Humiliation was a hard one for me to get my head around as well. It's when, literally you humiliate someone and tell them, how terrible they are. What I did, well, what the sub he wanted to do naked pedicures. Fine by me, be naked and paint my toenails. And but then he also wanted you to humiliate him about the size of his penis. But it was actually a little bit above average. It wasn't that bad. And so it was just kind of funny. Oh, well, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. It's too small for me. But then, stuff like, well, you probably can't even get it up with a Hampton crane. So really doesn't matter, does it? Oh, golly. And just fun stuff like that, And so, a lot of people suffer humiliation, though, in their daily lives. And they're not really that interested in being humiliated when they're playing. So, it's something that you do sometimes, but probably I don't do a ton of. And I maybe could do more. Some of my subs might enjoy some humiliation, but I just am not really that into it. So, and then there's, gory and slave positions. Those are really extreme. And I don't really do a lot of that. Hemp rope, yeah. And, the human ashtray. I've had, a sub or two ask me, well, tell me, you can do anything. I'll be a toilet, I'll be an ashtray, I'll be whatever you want me to be. And I'm like, great. Well, I don't smoke cigarettes. So I didn't really need an ashtray. But yeah, I do human furniture instead. I will make a sub my ottoman in a heartbeat. And and or chair or comfy thing, like that. If they're bigger, they could be my couch. If there's two of them, they could be my love seat. Oh dear. Bob. Bob's here. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on. Come on, Bob. Bob's being shy today. Here he is. Come on, Bob. Bob's a big, meaty guy. Compared to the little girl, Bob's a big, meaty cat. So, but he's a good guy. Bob's been he's gets along with the little cat real nice. So I was real happy because I wasn't sure he would accept her as part of the family, and that he might just want to eat her for lunch. Bob, 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 Bob. I do love me some Bob. He's a good cat, and so yeah. But I'm not gonna sissify Bob. I'm not gonna make him do uh, forced feminization. Bob, I'm going to make you wear a skirt. Oh, I think that would fall though into bestiality. Maybe, I don't know. So, and I've told Bob again and again, I'm saying no to bestiality. I'm just not ever going to say yes. And he keeps asking, but I keep saying no. And then we called him Ball Bondage Bob, but then he went to the vet and he was just Bondage Bob after that. And he did go to he did get a hold of my phone one day, and he was on Grinder. So I said, well, I think he might be bisexual Bondage Bob now. And so but yeah, he's since said no to that, and he doesn't get on there anymore. So we just call him Bondage Bob. Oh lordy. And so then well, I didn't know it, but I guess kilts are a kink, and I love kilts. And then also leather, of course, and what is it? Leather and like spandex. That's another kink. People like to dress in that shiny stuff too. What is it? What do you call it? It's not pleather. It's shiny stuff. It's like leather, kinda, like patent leather or something. But anyway, then making home movies would definitely be a kink. And some people, even ladies, want to do the gangbang. I see different ads. For people like birthday bang, birthday gangbang, and they'll get together at a hotel, and that's what they'll do. And it's not something that I would like to explore, but some people do, and it's kind of it's a big deal for them. And so as long as everybody's consenting, once again, as you just make sure, is this okay? Are you good with this? And then proceed with caution. And then some people also like a bit of manhandling, and there's ladies out there that are just like, uh, push me down and pull my hair and choke me out, and stuff like that. And it's best done, I think, in a consensual, fun way, instead of the calling the police domestic abuse way, which is bad. That's just bad. And then there's um, oh, breeding and pregnancy. That's kind of a porn. Porn. That's kind of a fetish thing. And it was incredible having an orgasm when pregnant. It was absolutely incredible. Because your uterus contracts a bit when that happens, and my uterus was clear up under my boobs. It was weird, and but interesting and really not unpleasant. So and then of course outdoor sex, always fun, and that is also and public play. I know some people have issues with public play because kids might see that or something, but I think it's exciting to go places where you could potentially get caught, and do it in yeah, places where you could potentially get caught. It's just fun. And so then there's yeah, suspension and sadomasochism, uh, and shackles and shaving. Shaving is that's one of my fetishes. I enjoy shaving people. Something about that when the you go against the hair and you shave it off. I actually I believe I have some shaving videos on Pornhub where I'm shaving a sub, and of course I'm fully clothed, and they aren't, and I make humiliating comments to them. So, but yeah, check out. I think it's oh, Kyle Stoner is I think they're on his page. So yeah, there's a little plug for Kyle Stoner on Pornhub. So yeah, and then suspension, and that's something that I am working on still, and I'd love to get myself up off the ground a little bit more, and then tens units, uh, tongues, fucking toilet slave, transformation, transvestitism, wax, velvet, wrestling, and writing erotica. All of these are kinks that are listed on FetLife. And so go to visit fetlife.com and you can check out Madam Mayhem for you. And see my photographs and things like that. And if you're interested in seeing more, you can always go to my OnlyFans, and I post all kinds of different stuff there. You never know what you might see. So, but it's always fun, and I would love some subscribers. I really could. I really need subs. I really need subscribers on OnlyFans, and I really need to uh, generate some funds. So if you're interested in purchasing some of my artwork or some of my grounding stone jars, or anything else, my health trees. You can visit my Facebook page, Madam Mayhem page on Facebook, and I do have a little store there, and I'm going to be putting more stuff in it. And it's Christmas time, so you know, think of me. I'll be your Santa Claus this year. So it's been great being on tonight, and I'm gonna head on out and go down and work on my dungeon. I moved it into the house now for the winter, and so I'm still putting things together. So gonna go work on that and maybe see if I can talk Sam into a little bit of flogging. You never know. But you guys, thanks for joining me. If you join me live or if you join me in the reruns, thanks for joining me. And blessed be to everyone. And join me again on Friday at 3 p.m. for Magical Mayhem with Nellie Mack. So have a great night, everybody.